Am I thinking I'm gonna get to 10,000 words today? No. Hey, hi, hello, how are you? I'm Pia. Welcome to the start of a new writing vlog. In this vlog, I tried writing 10,000 words in one day, which is crazy. If you didn't know, I'm currently working on the second draft of my book, it's up there, which initials are TS. This is my third book I'm working on, and we're going through the revising period. A lot is changing, lots of moving parts, and I basically started around chapter 3, I think. I don't remember. Previously, it had been taking me a really long time to kind of get into revising, and I wanted to just be like, let's speedrun revising and just do 10,000 words of it in one day. Whether or not that worked, you can stay tuned to find out. I have previously done 10K in a day, so it is possible, and it was when I was doing the second draft of my last book. So I figured it would make sense for me to also try to do 10K words while I'm doing the second draft of this book. So I last kind of walked you through what I was doing for the second draft and my whole like wall of note cards, which is still up, by the way. Since I kind of walked you through my process for the second draft, it's not even that I haven't dedicated that much time to writing. I've just been like having a little bit of struggles writing this second draft. And I think it is because of all of the moving parts and all the things that are changing. And it just is kind of, it's not a mess. I'm not gonna say it's a mess, but I do think it is a little trickier for me just because I so enjoy revising. I love working on a second draft, but the kind of frustrating part of working on this second draft is there are a lot of like first draft new words, and those are completely different like brains to me. Like I feel just so of two different minds, like revising versus drafting, and having to do kind of both simultaneously is really not been working for me. And it's been really kind of a frustrating stop and go kind of process. I don't know why I keep getting notifications. Even though I've like sat down to write, I've spent many hours. So I'm on chapter 4 right now, which does not seem like much. Especially since I said I was starting in April, and that's how far I got through all of April. And I have probably put 6 hours into chapter 4. I put 5 hours into the first chapter, which was this is why it might be challenging for me to do this today, but I'm trying to get to a point where I'm mostly revising, which I don't know if that makes necessarily a lot of sense. So like realistically, the next 10,000 words or so, what does that look like to me? So that means finishing chapter 4, which needs about 1,000 more words. It's at like 1,200 words. It needs like 1,000 or so more words. The next chapter is a rewrite. The chapter after that is another rewrite after that, another rewrite. So kind of the next few chapters until chapter 9, I shouldn't be writing that many like first drafty new words, because I just put so much pressure on like the words that I'm writing in this draft. Like I do think genuinely like they're higher quality than first draft words, which is good, but it takes me so much longer and so much more brain power to like not just shit out whatever I can think of. So yeah, I am starting today, whoops, not what I meant to do. I am starting today with 9,173 words, and I'm going to open up a new page of my bullet journal. I'm just gonna make like a little chart. I do think I'm gonna be writing all day, but I don't want to write like into tonight too much, which is kind of bad that I'm starting this at 11 a.m. But I woke up late and then I worked out and I had to eat breakfast, and it's okay. So I am like as a whole liking the second draft. I'm liking how it's going. Well, no, I'm not liking the process of doing it really. But I'm liking how it's turning out. I feel like it's fun and it's feeling more real, more like solidified. I don't know, I'm holding my neck, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's feeling like more like a realized story. The characters feel a lot more like they're popping, and I'm very happy about that. Shall we say a bit of the inciting incident? If the inciting incident's the meet cute in a romance, we've already done that, but kind of the fake dating is starting to start. So that's what I have to do now. I said this chapter has like 1,200 words. I'm thinking it will be closer. All my chapters are typically around like 3,000. That's just how it be going. But usually first draft chapters are shorter, so we'll see. I'm gonna pull up my first draft and my second draft, put them side by side, and start kind of like doing a rewrite. Hopefully, this usually goes pretty fast because it's easy for me to tap into this brain. So fingers crossed for me. It's now 11:15. I have 45 minutes, and I will check back in with you when it is noon and let you know my progress.
I see this island any better than the rest of the world. May I ask you a question?
Friends, it is now 12:03. Took a little cheese stick break. But I am now at 9,861 words. So I wrote like 700 words for that writing session, and it was all new words. Fuck. Yeah, it was pretty much all new words. But I am now into a rewriting section. Thank you, thank you. It's so hard. It's so hard for me because the thing with me, like first drafting these new words, it's not like how I was in the first draft where I could just go boo, 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 because I'm going back, I'm going, I don't like that word actually. Let me find a synonym. Let me find a synonym for this. A synonym? A synonym for this word. And so I go and I like Google a synonym, and like, it's so stupid how I'm writing this, but it's gotta be done. It's gotta be done. So yeah, I know my hair's wet and I'm wearing glasses, but you know what? You came here for the real talk. This is a real day, you know? I'm kind of balancing, what's kind of interesting, obviously, because I've got this kind of enemies to lovers kind of vibe going on, is like balancing the like desire of being like, I'm attracted to this person, but they're also my enemy. But I also hate them and they've wronged me so much. So trying to like balance that is really, I don't know if it's tricky, but I'm just gonna kind of go back to this. I don't really have a good enough update. I think I'm so into this that I need to just like not talk. So I'm gonna check back in an hour. I'm hoping this next hour goes by a little faster, gets a little bit more momentum. I did take a little bit of an Instagram break. If you didn't know, I'm off of social media right now. I don't have any of the apps on my phone, but I do sometimes go on the browser. I do that for like a second. Had to check up on my girl Rachel Zegler. It was just her birthday, so good for her. I'm really happy for her. I might make lunch, or I might just like keep snacking. Let's hop back to it. Hey guys, so it's now 1 o'clock and I'm at 10,804 words for the day. Am I not in focus? So yes, it's kind of terrifying that I have to kind of double this number today. But I did write like almost 1,000 words in that last hour, so that was really good. Speeding up, picking up the pace, which is good. Still not fucking done with this chapter. And I hate to say it, but I'm still not done with this chapter. It's so far kind of long. It starts on page 29 and I'm on page 37. And my last chapter was, I guess, 9 pages. So I need to wrap things up. I need to get to the fucking point. But yeah, I'm just kind of like doing a lot of like kind of character building right now. Just like establishing, this is like very, like this is early days. We're in the first 10,000 words. We're very much in first act. So we're like very much establishing this dynamic and their history and such like that. So it's important to kind of like take the time to get to know these characters and how they interact and how they used to interact and now what's fractured and different. So I'm feeling very like not talkative today, which is kind of insane, because I just have so much rattling in my brain. I'm just like I really like this book. I really like this book, and I'm kind of, as much as I am like, I want to get it done, I have this deadline, which my deadline, if you haven't seen my video that I referenced in the beginning, I'm saying like end of May, but perhaps middle of June, because I don't really need to start, well, I don't need to do anything, but I don't really want to start doing anything new until July. So I do kind of have time. After I'm done doing this, I do want to go through it again. So I'm kind of like, this is gonna kind of take a little bit of time, because because a lot of this is first drafty, and I don't want it to feel like a first draft, because first drafts are bad and ugly and gross and disgusting. I have like little, as I'm doing this, as I'm working this new dog, I have little notes of like my beats, my beat sheet, of the beats I'm hitting. And I have this one beat, and I'm like, I need to get there, and I can't get there. It's so close to so far. We just need to get to the fake dating. We just need to do the fake dating. Next chapter is the fake dating contract. So important. It's giving to all the ones I loved before. But yeah, we just need to kind of keep the momentum and keep going. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm happy with this pace. Does it mean I'm gonna hit 10,000 words today? I don't know. It means I'm gonna really try my best. I'm gonna really try to work a lot. And I have gotten up from the seat to get snacks. But other than that, I'm kind of sitting here all day. And I did turn my air off, and I'm kind of warm. I did kind of want to go on a walk at some point because it's really lovely out and it's going to rain for like the next week. Oh my god, I forgot to say Happy International Koala Day. Happy International Wild Koala Day to all who celebrate. But I did want to go on a little walk to celebrate the koalas. No, I just wanted to go on a walk because it's nice out. And it's not going to be nice for the next like week. It's going to be raining. So I might do that at some point. But then I also was like, I could go right in the park, which could be kind of fun. But I don't know if I really want to be, like, if I'm in nature, I want to be like in nature and like living and breathing the air from the trees. But I don't want to be like on my laptop and like staring at a screen. So I think if I need a screen break in like a couple hours, probably around 3 or 4, that might be the best time. It's also the hottest time of the day, so that will be fun. I'll need to put sunscreen on. So that's what I'm thinking. Couple more sessions and then maybe a little walk break. I just need to finish this fucking 4th chapter. It's kind of insane. It's kind of insane how long this shit takes me. But we're getting somewhere. It's progress is progress. I think that's the title of this video. Progress is progress. 10K days are possible. But at the end of the day, progress is progress. And I'm gonna try to do this also every week. Every week I'm gonna try to set aside one day where I'd spend the entire day writing, which is what I'm doing today. Because I don't think I can allocate more than that amount of time. Maybe I'll try to do 2 days sometimes, but like I do generally try to be a little bit social on my weekends. So I think having one day a week where I focus on writing, I think is like gonna be my kind of draft 2 plan. Unlike when I was first drafting where I was trying to do it every day. And I did for the most part. But yeah, I do try, I have done like a little bit every day. Like I've had like 2 1-hour sessions, but it's just so stop and start and you don't get far and it's hard to get in the headspace that I just like sitting down for hours on end and doing something. And that's kind of actually just what I like to do. I like getting really involved in something. I just like sitting down and just staring at a screen for hours on end. But I'm gonna have another snack and then I'm gonna get back to writing. And maybe I'll turn my air back on because it's kind of hot in here. But I'm having a blast. I was gonna reference Lost in this book and I will leave it up to you to decide if I did. Because I'm watching Lost right now and it's kind of taking over my entire consciousness. This book has nothing to do with Lost, but it's on my brain, it's on the brain. Love that show. Hi friends, it is now 3:20. I'm losing steam, I'm losing momentum. I did finish chapter 4, so that's good. It is a hefter. Hefter? Is that a word? Sometimes a lot of times when I'm writing, I'm grasping for words and I write these words and I'm such a bad speller. So I write these words and it's like almost what I'm trying to say, but not close enough that autocorrect can figure out what it is and then I have to Google it and figure out what the word I'm trying to say is. And it's really fun and frustrating. So anyway, yeah, that chapter is almost 4,000 words, which is really long for me for my chapters because I like short, speedy little chapters. It's something that people who've read my books like. It's something that I like when I read books. So that will have to change in editing. But anyway, I also took a little rest because I was feeling very drained from just sitting at my computer for a long time. I'm now on my couch, my new couch, actually. I got a new couch, which is really exciting for my life, but probably not for anyone else. I'm gonna start chapter 5. It's a pretty serious rewrite chapter. It's not a lot is changing. I think it should go quickly, it should go smoothly, but I am gonna say, I don't think I'm getting to 10,000 words today. I'm making an attempt. Sure, I'm making an attempt, and I'm 2,000 words into today. And I'm fucking 5 hours in. So that's really cool and exciting. I don't think I'm gonna go on a walk, or I will go on a walk like at 6. That's my new thought. But I'm gonna try to finish chapter 5. So in the next hour and a half, I'm gonna try to do chapter 5 and get that done. And I don't think it's gonna be that hard. I'm actually gonna light my candle. Lovely. I have this nice clean kitchen candle. I love a good clean and fresh scent. Okay, I'm gonna write chapter 5 and I'm not gonna explode. It is significantly darker than it was before. It's simply because my blinds are closed, because I don't like people looking in my windows. It is 5 o'clock now. Been doing this for 6 hours. Let me tell you where I'm at. I am 13,375 words in. So that means that I have written 4,202 words. Not too shabby for 6 hours of work. Where am I in this chapter? I think I'm almost done. I should have like a couple more pages left. I should have like 1 or 2 more pages left in this chapter, chapter 5. And then I'll title it, and then am I thinking I'm gonna get to 10,000 words today? No. Realistically, no. I do think I'm getting a lot done, and I'm grinding my heart out, actually. I'm actually doing the most ever. I do feel kind of insane just because I haven't left the house today. Today wasn't one of my run days. Today was one of my strength training. That was me lifting weights. Could you figure that out? It's one of my strength training days. So I have not left the house today, and it's gonna start raining now, so I'm like, can't go on my walk. No, I could. I definitely could go on my walk, but I'm like so kind of like I wouldn't say I'm in the zone, because I do keep getting distracted. That's kind of the plight of my life. I am a little bit like obsessed. I'm obsessed with this book, and I think that's good. What was I seeing? I saw a post, probably on Pinterest, because that's the only thing I have these days. That was like obsession beats talent every time. And I do think I'm very obsessed with this book right now. I'm very obsessed with like getting it done and getting it to a point where I'm happy with it and I'm ready that it's the next version, the next best version. So I am kind of like really obsessed with this book. I have been working on it almost every day. I'm just like not, the amount of time I'm putting into it is not like showing a lot of output of like that many words or whatever, but I am like actively really working on this a lot. And just having this like one day to spend 6+ hours, because I'm gonna keep going, 6+ hours to work on it is not something I can do all the time, but it is something I'm like, I want to do all the time, because that would be awesome. I would love if this was my life. Would love if I could just be, you know, be bopping around and writing my book all the time, and not leaving my house. Well, I would leave my house. If I didn't just do this experiment, we'll call it, or challenge, if I didn't just do this challenge on one day, then I would have a lot more freedoms to be like, okay, I can go out, kill a little, not even kill a little time, but like waste a little time. And I'm trying not to like waste a lot of time in this experience. But I do think I'm gonna stop around 6-ish. I have to figure out what I'm doing for dinner because I'm hungry. But yeah, I think I'm gonna finish this chapter in this next hour, and then I'm gonna eat dinner, and then we'll see. We'll see if I come back to this, because realistically, I could potentially I could come after dinner and be like, second win, here I am. I forgot my shorts are here. Sorry. Sorry. Second win, here I go, here I am. But honestly, do I think that's gonna happen? No. Like, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think I'm gonna call it quits around 5,000 words, which is kind of, it's still a lot. It's not 10,000. And I was also kind of thinking, I was like, oh, maybe I'll do like 10K in 2 days. And I was like, what am I doing tomorrow? I'm going on a run and I'm going to the movies. And I was like, oh, how can I squeeze in 6 more hours of work? I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening tomorrow. And I do need a day off. That's kind of my main thing, is I need one day of the week that I'm not working, that I'm also like just resting. Just like resting, you know? I think it's important. That's been enough rambling for me. I'm gonna finish this chapter, order some dinner, figure it out.
Nothing happened at all. Every time we just flip back to 108. I never entered the numbers.
Well, that is all the footage I have for this vlog. I was debating whether or not I wanted to like kind of continue it into the next day, but I really need at least one day off a week. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know that is a privilege, but I need one day off a week. So I ended up with like just over 4,000 words, close to 5,000 words for the day, and I'll take it. I'll take it. Progress is progress, baby. I am going to try to do this every single week, but with that being said, I'm also gonna really just try to kick my butt into gear and work on this book more than I have, even though I have been working on it. I kind of was a little bit more lax in April, we could say, and I really just want to get into high gear in May and really kind of like, what does it, put my head to the grindstone? Something about the grindstone. I'll figure it out. I really want to like power through a lot of this book in May, maybe all of it, and just like get to the next phase. Even though I love revising so much, we should savor the process. We should savor every bit of the process because it's hard and it's beautiful. But I do really want to finish this in May. And at the pace I'm going, I'm not going to. So I'm gonna keep you guys posted. You're gonna be my accountability buddies to help me through this process. And yeah, I'm just gonna try to work on it a little bit every day and then do these really big pushes on the weekends. So that's kind of my plan. Will I get 10K next week? We shall see. I'm gonna keep trying. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know where you are at in your writing journeys right now. I just watched a really exciting, really inspiring writing vlog about someone who's getting published, and I was like, that should be me. But also, it was like a 5-year-long process, and I was like, that's also me. Feeling good, feeling inspired. I would love to be inspired by your journey as well if you're inspired by mine. And with that being said, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all of the things, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.